Hi and welcome to this new video and new playlist of learning React. So in this playlist we will learn all about React from beginning to advanced. So for that you need two things. So first you need Node.js to be installed in your machine. So if you don't have it, just go and install it. And after that you need a code editor. So for me, or in this course, I will use Visual Code. So for example, if you like using Atom or Sublime Text or whatever other code editor, it's okay. You can use whatever you want and whatever you like. After that, we need to run a command so that we can install React. So it's npm e for install -g for globally and create React app. So React app. So just type enter so that this will be installed, and with this command you will be like allowed to create a React app in your machine. After that we need to install another two extensions so that they will help us with React. The first one is this pretty code formatter, and you can see here that it's 5 million people who download this extension. So it will like organize our code, it will add color and space to it. So I will show you here, for example. Let's see, for example, like in here. So this is JSON format, and it adds like some colors, some space, and we see that the bracket, the closing or the opening and the closing are in the same line. The other extension, it's simple React snippet. So simple React snippet. This one, simple React snippet, and it will just like help us to create some React app. For example, here if we want to import React, instead of typing all this, we just type this. If we want, for example, to create a class component, we will just type cc like this. Or if we want, for example, to create constructor, we'll just type CCC and etc. So here you can see all like what you can did with it. Here it show you like an example for if you want to do this, the class. So that's all what we need to start working with React. And now let's create our first React app. So let's type create. So create React app, and after that the name of our application. For example, for the first app, let's name it React app. So React app, hit enter, and we will see that it will install all the dependencies that we will need to create or to make a React application run. Like for example, Webpack and Bubble, and also some other files I will show you. And here is it. It got installed. So now let's go inside this project. So change directory and we name it to React app. So React app, and after that let's see. So here is it. Let's see it. So it have this node module, and here basically when everything that we will install it will be this node module. It's like the core or the brain of our project. So here when you will find all the dependency that will make this project run. After that we have this public, and as his name says, it's public so that everyone can see it. And here in this public we have basically just one main file, which is this index.html. So if we see it, we will find that it's normal HTML. So with just the head, and here some metadata or some meta tags, and here in the body, so see in the body we have just one div, and this one div it have the ID of root. So just this what we have in our index HTML. After that we have this src, and this src is where I would say 90 or 99% of our code will be. So here we have some CSS file, we have some JavaScript file, like for example this app.js. This app.test is for testing. So here this one for test. We have also this index.js, and this index.js also it have just I would say one important thing is this ranger method. So React ranger, and we see here get document by ID root, and the root it's the ID that we see in here in the index.html. So basically, and we have here this app component. So the app is this. So basically what this index.html tells, or what does it tell you, that take everything that's here in this app and put it in the place of this div with the ID of root. So take everything that we have in app and put it in here, and put it in here in this div in here. So let's continue, and here we have our app method, and see here in our app method. Now if we, so to run React app, we type npm start. So after that we will see this, or this React application, the start of it. And finally we have this logo, you will see it also, and also this service worker. So the service worker, it changes every time, it just the cache if you want to see it. Or for example, if you want to work with PWA or progressive web app, you need to work with it, but that's for like advanced React course. Now we will just understand what's React, and we will like make project with it. So here he started now development server, and here is it now the npm start, or here is it our server. And if you see this this text in here is exactly what we have in our app.js. So this is the style, but in app.js, see, here is it. Now if we delete everything in here in this header, so let's delete everything and let's just type, for example, the famous hello world. So hello world. Save, and as you see here, it will like restart automatically or compile automatically. Now if we go back to the browser, we see that we have just this hello world now. So now to understand this like even more, let's do an example, or let's delete all of that this folder, or this src folder, and let's start creating it from scratch. So let's delete it. Yeah, you want to delete this src, yes, move it to cycle, and after that let's create another one from scratch. So here let's create a folder, we will name it src. And now let's create, let's see, an index.js. So index.js, and here we need to import some stuff like React. So import React from React, and we need also to import React DOM. So import React DOM. So React DOM from React DOM. And like before, type in like this simple app.index. Let's see a simple example. So let's create a new element. So const, let's see, let's type hidden equal to, and let's set this to an h1. So h1, and here hello world. So hello world like this. And after that we need to render this hidden inside our React DOM. So React DOM dot render, here is it, render, and here it take two things. So the first element that we want to render, which is in this case this hidden. So let's type it in here, hidden. And the second parameter is where we want to like to render it, or when we want to put it. And I told you that here in app or in public we have this div in here with the id root. So all our code will render it in here, or we will put it in here. So here to get now this, we type the normal JavaScript document.getElement by id. So document.getElement by id, and the id it's root. So here root. Now let's save this, and you will see that it will like compile automatically. So let's close the server and let's start it again. So here is it. Now if we go to the browser, we will see this hello world. Let's inspect element. So or open the dev tools. Let's go now to this inspect, and we see now in this dev route, the one that we have in the public, if we open it, we see this hello world. See, we see this one. That's what we type in here, or this hidden. They put it or they render it inside the div. But like normally in so this is just an example, but normally in our React development, we will not like put simple or this simple thing. We will render like the app method or another file with other component. But this is just an example. We will arrive to that later on. So now sometimes we want, for example, to custom our configuration. If we see here, or if we go to the package.json, here you can see the version of React I'm using. And here in this script, we see the first what we type, it's npm script. And this is what we type in here, but what React really like starts is this React script start. And for example, when we finish our application, also we need to build it so that because like our navigator or the browser don't understand what the script is, or what those components, or even like the create of this, so they don't understand what this. That's why we use Babel like to transfer it to a normal JavaScript that every browser can understand. That's why in finish, or when we finish the app, we will run npm build, and he will generate us a build folder when we can like deploy our application. But like I think enough for this video. We see this how it works. In the next video, or like before like passing to a component and some other React feature, you need to be familiar first with ECMAScript 6. So that's why in the next video, which will be like an ECMAScript crash course, so that you will learn the necessary and the basic stuff in ECMAScript. But again, as I told you, just a crash course, so you will not like learn the very fundamental of ECMAScript. If you want to do this, there is a special playlist in the channel. You can find it as update your ECMAScript knowledge or your JavaScript programming skills. So just go and see the playlist and come back for the rest of this React course. So this is all for this video. In the next video, it will be a refreshing or an ECMAScript crash course. So thank you for watching, and see you next.